This is their portable cordless tire inflator. Now, I can't tell you how many times I've gone out to use my riding mower and it's got a flat tire. Or my kids are like, oh, I want to ride my bike, but the tire's flat. Can you haul out the air compressor and the hose or whatever? They lose all their bike pumps. I've even had little portable bike pumps, but I don't know if you've tried to use those things. Those things take forever, and you're never, ever going to do a car tire with one of those. So that was really cool. This is the Yantu car tire, spelled European or everywhere else in the world, inflator. Really cool product again from Yantu. So it's got the instruction manual. This has a pretty good gauge. Unfortunately, that's the Chinese side. This is the English side, but unfortunately the numbers are going to be in pressure per kilogram. Not really useful if you're looking for pressure. So I was actually able to use my smart home assistant to tell me what pressures. It does have a carrying bag, which is really slick too. I don't like tools that don't have a way to keep all their parts together, so that's another important thing to me. Nice carry bag to put everything in. This is the tire inflator, and what's cool about it, it's not too heavy, but it has that plug you can see there, a USB-C port and a power button on one side. The other side is very simply just a regular Schrader valve without the centerpiece, so it's just a screw down outlet. Now, I haven't even taken this off. Let's see. Probably didn't hear that. Nice clean unboxing there. So that's the top of it. It's capacitive touch controls, so you just tap them. So once I turn this on, you'll see right away, there's the screen on it. Nice, bright, easy to read screen day or night. It does start out in the European bar, so barometric pressure, that's like 14 psi per bar. You don't want to do the conversion, trust me, but I'll show you how to get it in the right way. So then there's this, which is your double-ended Schrader valve connector. It's got a USB Type-C. It has a 9-foot cord. So this is a 3-meter, 9-foot cigarette lighter adapter cord. So this plugs into your car, assuming you don't have power. But what's cool about this thing, it works right now. It's completely cordless. And I'm sure it's got some pretty thick lithium-ion batteries in there, and I'll show you why in a second. I had a great time testing this thing out, trust me. So this is going to be a great product for us. It's one of those things that I need in this house. It's got a couple other cool things. My kids love to lose these. It's going to have a fuse, so in case you do for some reason blow the fuse on there, that's one item. It's going to have a regular, inflator for pool toys and other stuff. I did not test that out, and most of these do either really good at high pressure or they do really good at low pressure items, but it's hard to find one that does both. It does have a sports, ball, basketball, football inflator. This one is for the super expensive bikes that I don't have, to a Schrader valve fitting. I forgot the name of these ones, but this is a simple adapter. If you have one of those super expensive bikes, you probably have a Schrader valve adapter. So the Schrader valve, when I talk about that, is what your normal bike tire uses. And that's been around. I was doing some research last night from like the 1840s or something, and when it was patented. So that's been around for quite some time. So this works as well. I'm going to get this out of the way, and I'm going to bring up some other toys that we can use. Again, this is from the Yantu company. The cool thing about this one, and the thing that I really like about it right off the bat, is that it's cordless. Now, in my RV, I have a leaky tire that's constantly losing air. The problem is that RV is 23 feet long. My truck's hooked to it. So if I need to add a couple, 5 psi to my trailer tire, I can't run it back. I have to unhook the truck. I have to back up. I have to do all this stuff. This is something I would highly recommend to keep in your vehicle. Keep it in the bag, keep it with all the stuff. If you've got kids, this is something really simple. Again, don't let them use this by themselves, because again, there is a danger possibly of hurting themselves with air pressure. Compressed air can be really dangerous. But I will show you some safety features that this thing has that I was excited about. I'll tell you about my mom's story on that in a second. So this adapter that they have here for the cigarette lighter, the standard one, when you plug it in, this will power the unit even if the battery's completely dead, which is really cool. That's one thing, but it will not charge the unit. So you don't charge the unit with this. Just remember that. It charges USB-C. Now it's going to charge for like 10 hours. So if you get this thing really low, because of the battery capacities here, it only charges, I think, at like 5 watts or something. It's going to charge for a very long time, but that's okay because you can use the backup cord if you need it right away, which is kind of nice. So just remember to keep it up and charged. It's got a couple interesting things. You can see there's a little car icon. As I hit the recall here, it's going to be in bar, but I can hit this other button and change it to PSI. So now I can switch that one over to PSI. I can switch this one to PSI. And as I go through them, now it's saying, hey, this tire is set to 8.5 for a bike tire. Bike tires are much more than that, but you can see how you can set the units based on whichever item you have. Let me see if that shows better on the right side for you guys. So there you go. So you guys can hopefully see that, but there's a little bike icon, and then there's those capacitive touch buttons. Comes with an additional fuse just in case for some reason that you break the fuse on it, and the one that's in there. And like I said, it comes with the other kinds of inflators. It does come with the USB charging cord. It does not come with a USB adapter. So you can use one of the other products that we have here on the show. Now that I have this, I'm going to put all of these in here. Again, convenient carry bag. And again, this is from the Yantu company. This is their cordless tire inflator, which pretty cool product. Again, I was not expecting a lot, especially out of something I thought it might do, 10 PSI and shut off. But this thing worked really, really well. So that's from the Yantu company. There's the instructions.